All right, are y'all ready?
Yeah,
We're ready.
let's do it.
Summer is currently obsessed with Cole.
I have that effect on people.
Welcome to You're a Gem, the podcast. I'm your host, Mary Kathryn Martinson, your expert on all things jewelry, small business, and entrepreneurship.
Oh, that'll be a good sound in the in the mic. Okay, welcome to the podcast. I'm happy y'all are here.
Thank you.
I'm excited for y'all to share your business. Do you want to hold like your can up?
Yeah.
And let's get started. Like, tell us name of your company. Yeah, name of your company, like your product, what you're working on, like how'd you get started? I need like the whole rundown.
Yeah. So we're Blue Hound Brew. We're a coffee company in Nashville specializing in canned coffee. So that makes us really unique. We're one of the only companies in Nashville that cans coffee and the only one that uses it for like a latte with real dairy. We got our start in early 24, canning it ourselves, but we really didn't start kicking things off until about July of last year of 25 when we released our shelf-stable cans. Hello, this is good practice for me. So the main reason why we exist is most canned coffee kind of sucks, to be honest. It's not very good. I would always dabble around it and try it. I'm like, these are just terrible. 95% of them I tried. So we initially launched with the idea of just trying to make it taste good and then trying to capitalize on using better ingredients, trying to find a better way to do it. That took us about a year to formulate our cans. And ever since July, we've been off and running with some ups and downs.
Yeah, we love the convenience of canned beverages, but wanted the quality of like a coffee shop latte,
for sure,
without having to wait in line or have the inconsistency of, you can go to the same place and get a latte and have it taste different every time you go there based on whoever made it.
Does it have to be cold?
It doesn't. So that's what took us so long, was we wanted to find a way to use real dairy without having to deal with logistics of cold chain. So it's basically pasteurized to really high heat, so we don't have to add any unnecessary additives or anything like that. And then it's good for, we say a year, but probably over that. But legally, don't drink it past the best by date.
I'm going to wait for 1 year and then open again.
Oh, no, yeah.
So if y'all know anything about me, I actually don't like coffee, but I have tried theirs and it is good. I will say that. I like most coffees, I'm like just won't even. You tried to give me one time and I was like, and I literally won't, like, don't waste it. But I tried it and it's so good. Okay, tell us like where to find it. I know y'all just launched in some local Nashville spots.
Yeah, we're available in probably 110, 115 retail locations, mostly centralized in Nashville, Tennessee. We've expanded a little bit to East Tennessee, Knoxville, Chattanooga. A few out-of-state accounts, nothing crazy, no major retail, but we did just get into the turnip truck.
Oh, nice.
Market,
love the turnip truck.
Which was huge.
Yeah, that's
that
a great
was a big
spot.
account for us, one we've been working on for a while. So we're available at all four of their locations, in the Gulch, Midtown, Charlotte, or West, Charlotte, and East Nashville.
Cool.
Yeah, we're in 51st Deli, too.
We eat that like every week in the store because there's one right down the street from us now. Yeah, it's so good.
Their chicken Caesar salad wrap.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. I like their chicken salad. Okay, how'd you come up with the name? Like, did y'all go to Tennessee? Is it a Smoky thing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely drew some inspiration from Smoky. Cole came up with it though, actually before I was on board.
Wait, where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Colorado State, so nothing new. But it's the state dog of Tennessee, and I actually I studied to become a veterinarian. So I've always been attracted. Dogs are,
they like you. Yeah.
Always it's a mutual relationship sort of thing. So it's a healthy, stable relationship. Dogs I've always loved animals, so I kind of wanted to build a beverage. And honestly, if you put a dog on things, people will instantly connect with it. So
dogs and coffee. I mean, can't go wrong.
How many flavors do you have? What flavors do you have?
Yeah, we have 3 right now. We have
Okay.
2 latte flavors, maple brown sugar. I don't know if I'm supposed to look at the camera.
Doesn't matter.
Maple brown sugar, salted caramel. These are our 2 latte flavors. We have a vanilla bean flavor coming out next.
Okay.
And then we have a classic, just a straight cold brew for the real coffee folks.
Yeah, that's the first time we've announced that we have a vanilla flavor coming out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yay.
live on Mary
Yeah.
Kathryn. I like that.
I love it. The girls in the store love maple brown sugar. That's their favorite. When I told them y'all were coming, they're like, they better have brought us some coffee. So they're going to be fighting over these. Yeah. And okay, y'all just went on a big trip. Tell me about the big trip, like how that came about.
Yeah. Jackson had a connection to Honduras, actually. So we went down there to check out some sourcing and really see where coffee comes from, and then established a relationship as well with the producer to get some Honduran coffee in for us. But the connection was random, if Jackson wants to elaborate
just
on it.
a family friend we grew up with, actually, was our neighbor, built the home that I grew up in.
Oh, cool.
He's really involved with Young Life, if you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
So they go over, do a lot of work within the community over there. It's in the Euro department of Honduras, little area called Subarana.
Cool.
So they're very involved. With the local church and everything there, they give a lot back. They've built some churches and just really involved. And he reached out to me a while ago just to tag along to go meet their contacts down there. They have a family that they're really close with. Yeah, and it just happens that their close friends there own a coffee farm. So they were like, come out, we'll show you the whole process, start to finish. You can pick cherries yourself. We can roast it. You can
That's
you can
so
drink
cool.
it. So it was so cool.
Yeah, so every time you're like drinking, think about one singular bean of coffee. Inside one cherry is 2 beans of coffee. So they're handpicking basically every single bean off a tree every time
It's
you
all
drink a cup of
handpicked.
coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you have, grinding up 50 beans for 1 cup of coffee, all that's handpicked, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I didn't realize that.
It's very labor intensive.
Yeah.
And I mean, it gave us a whole new appreciation of coffee,
Oh,
seeing
for
the
sure.
work that goes into
And
it.
of course, they're growing it on hills also this steep. They have to be grown at a incline. So
Does coffee grow year round, or is it like one season?
There's a harvest season, but
Okay.
it does grow year round. I think most coffee plants you can harvest up to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
It depends on the
okay.
region.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Everything. So they get multiple harvests, but yeah, it's all picked by hand. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, are you planning on expanding your line anymore?
definitely, we have some products in the work. We're working on some other canned beverages as well, that outside the realm of coffee. We're exploring potential retail locations in the coffee space. So we're really at a.
It's the first time we've said that.
We got a lot. Yeah, we have a lot.
Nothing's
official yet, so we don't want to get people too excited.
Exploring some
But
options.
we have a lot of things in the work right now, and it seems like
Yeah.
we're kind of at a juxtaposition on what directions we want things.
That's a good place to be in business.
It is. It is when you have a lot of opportunities, but there's also a lot of risk. Picking which path, or all 3. It's or 4 or 5 or however many. But it's exciting. It's exciting.
Jackson and I's personalities balance each other out well on taking risks and wanting to jump into things versus saying maybe that's not the best way to do things. Maybe we need to slow down.
Who's
and do
more of
things
the risk
quickly.
taker? Yeah.
Yeah,
I am
probably
too,
me. I brought Jackson on to, thankfully bring me a little bit closer to realism a lot of the time. But
Yeah.
you can
works.
have it both.
It works.
You can have them both.
It works.
What did you study?
I studied political science and international relations, so completely unrelated.
Yeah.
Had studied Russian, was planning on working for one of the 3-letter agencies after college, and
Cool.
moved to Nashville. Started working at a startup tech company, and that's actually where we met. I was doing IT cybersecurity work, and he was in sales, and we became friends, and then roommates, and then business partners.
And
We're
no
gonna
longer
save each other?
roommate. Yeah,
Yes.
no longer roommates.
No longer
So-
roommates. I was about to
Yes, that
ask.
ended pretty quick.
Yeah, we're like, all right, we can't see each other all day, and then
Yeah,
go
that
home
would
and
be
see each other too.
that would be a lot.
Yeah,
That
it
would be
is.
a lot.
But you don't have any. Is just you. And the
It's
business,
just
right?
me, and I can't work with anybody else. I'm like too Yeah, I'm too stubborn. I fly by the seat of my own pants. Like, I'm like not someone that's like critically thinking about things like, oh, what are the risks involved? I'm like, oh, let's just do it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, and yeah, so far it's worked out, but I've had great ideas and I've had not so great ideas. But I really don't think I could work with someone else. I am one of those people that is like constantly working. And I think if I was working with someone else, it'd be very difficult to like have that balance, you know?
Do you ever think it's isolating at all, or do you have someone you can bounce ideas off of? Like, who do you talk to throughout the day?
Yeah, so I have a lot of different friends that are business owners, like that I've met through market and things like that. And most of them are like solo. So most of the time, like I can bounce ideas off of those friends that I've met like in the industry because they are all kind of in the same space. And like, hey, what do you think about doing this? And when I started the needlepoint business, I was like, hey, like I'm thinking about opening a second business. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners end up owning multiple businesses because I think you always have an idea in your head or you're wanting to achieve the next thing once you've achieved one thing. So that's very much like my mindset. I was just telling you all earlier, once I got the podcast going or once I got the store going, I was like, all right, now time to bring the podcast back. And who knows, maybe a second location will open one day and who knows where this will be. I feel like I was meant to be on reality TV. So
There you go.
this could just be my own TV show. You could just follow me around in real life.
You also learn so much from what you're doing.
Just doing it.
Yeah, and it gives you confidence of like, oh, I learned this. I would have done this differently. So you can take all of the mistakes that, you know, and successes of
1,000%.
and carry that on to whether it's within the same industry or something completely different.
I was like my group chat with all like our core like Mary Kathryn design girls that have been working with me for like 2 or 3 years. We did a pop-up a few years ago and it was truly one of the worst ideas we've ever, like I've done pop-ups before, but this one, we were talking about it. Someone sent a picture of like the space we did it at and they were like, don't even bring that up. Like, I think we literally made $25 the whole time we were there. And I was like, I was like, I can tell you we spent way more than $25, like paying y'all to be there, paying for the space, paying for like the moving truck and the mover and like all that stuff. And I was like, some things are just like, you can laugh about it. I mean, in the moment, I was not laughing about it. I was so upset and like, yeah, but that's the like beauty of being an entrepreneur is like taking risks, and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, we've done a lot like that, and we'll look back and think like, why, you know, like what were we even thinking in that headspace? But it's better to actually go out and do it than just always asking like, well, what if we tried that or what if we tried that? And that's what I always hated about school was it was just so much, you know, learning about all these principles and things that could work, but then you're not actually seeing it or applying any of it. So that's what I love about it. Like, and you really learn not to dwell on your failures.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, you can't. Like, you can't. It just makes you who you are. And I don't know if y'all read a lot of like entrepreneurial books or anything. One of my favorite books is Tim Tebow's book. I can't remember the name of it, and I'm like not a Tim Tebow girl or like sports in general at all, but he is one of the best books because he talked about his success of like playing football, but then wanting to move into the baseball realm. And like everyone was basically telling him like, no, like you're good at football, like keep playing football. And he he was like, no, like this is a passion project. Like I like playing baseball. Like I want to do this. And to like, I don't know. I think it's cool when you try things and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. And like, you don't always have to have success behind it. It can just be something you want to do.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think you always need to have a super huge plan around it too. Like, I don't think you need to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're making that jump. And I think that holds a lot of people back from doing what they actually want to do and pursue. But
I mean, the hardest part is getting started.
It is. The hardest part is getting started and like following through. Yeah, no, I think that's what holds a lot of people back is like just doing it. So like when I opened this store, I've been running the jewelry business for 10 years. And like after 10 years, like I've tried and done everything. I've been to every market. I've done everything you can possibly do. And I was like, you know what? I'm really into needlepoint. Like I want to open a needlepoint store. And so my parents were like, let's just focus on like the jewelry. Like that's going really well. Like you've got some big things like in the works. And I was like, no, like I need to do something else. So I started the online business, and then I feel like I'm one of those people that like will manifest things. So I'm like, if I talk about it enough, it will happen. And I was like, I'm opening a store. Like there's no like and ifs or buts about it. I don't think they thought I was like, they should have known I was like 100% serious, but you're asking how long it took to get the store going. So like I found the spot, I toured it, same day I found it, and put an offer in, and I was like, okay, we're opening in 30 days. And that's what we're doing. And I was also out of town 2 weeks of those 30 days.
Really?
So, you know, if you put your mind to it, you'll get it done, you know? And like, there's been lots of improvements and stuff with the store too, obviously. Like we're bringing new lines in and it's getting better and better every day. But yeah, you just have to do it, you know?
Do you think it's better to have everything, like you're making constant improvements to the store? Do you think it's better just for entrepreneurs to just start opening and doing that and then building from there? Or do you think it's better to have kind of an infrastructure in place before you grow it?
I think you need a little bit of both. So I already had like the platform with Mary Kathryn Design. So like I knew I already had an audience. It wasn't like I was starting from zero. And then I had the online store too. So I'd been doing the online store a little over like 8 months. So I had like a foundation going. As far as like online store, yeah, there's like nothing stopping you from opening an online store. You could have one up in an hour if you wanted one. And that's why I tell people, I'm like, you don't have to hire a big web designer and do all that. Like you can just get it going, you know, like, and eventually just keep making improvements to it and like seeing what your customers are asking for too. Like I feel like part of the reason why our store has been successful is we're asking our customers, what do you want to see in the store? Like, what are you looking for? And like meeting needs that aren't met. And I think that's like just the biggest advice I have is like, just start it. But like, yeah, like if I had like hired an interior designer and like built out a store and like done all this stuff, like I would have spent a shitload of money and it probably wouldn't have paid off. But for me to like do this as low budget as possible, like we had majority of this stuff around our warehouse, like most of this, you know, like we added a few, like our couch is like our big statement piece, but like I found this on Facebook Marketplace and I found a guy to build the counter. And then like when Joann's closed, I had all these little like displays that I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to open a store and I feel like I need to buy all these while Joann's is going out of business. And I have got a warehouse so I can just throw it all in there. So yeah, I think like some part is planning, but other is like, I've been preparing for this my whole life. Like I've done pop-up stores, I've done retail, I've done customer facing business, but I also have like the back end side built up. So it's like partial luck and planning, but like more like overall like preparation, like lifelong preparation, you know?
Have you seen a lot of your online customers come in?
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's got to be cool.
It's so fun. And I'm not in the store every day, but a lot of the girls that work here, they know all the customers' names and like they know what projects they're working on and like, hey, how was your trip to Hawaii or whatever? Like they know what's going on. And I feel like it keeps bringing people back. I've been so busy with like the behind the scenes part of the business that I'm hoping to like be in the store more now that like we've gotten most of it like kind of on hand, and I do have 2 full-time girls that we just hired. So I think that will help between the 3 of us, like knowing what's going on and everything. But like meeting customers in real life and like seeing the projects they work on is like so rewarding. And then especially with like needlepoint too, I've seen people wear my jewelry for years. But to like see someone like working on a project is cool. And then when they finally finish it, it's like a journey, you know, like you're buying the canvas, you're buying the threads, and then you start working on it. Or like maybe you're making it for a baby or your friend's wedding or whatever. It's like a journey of like a thing. So it's cool to like see what people are working on and like how excited they are when they come into the store and they see canvases they've never seen before. Because it is very niche. So, I mean, we have like over 1,000 canvases in the store and we have like 100 different designers. So because most of them are hand painted, you won't see the same canvases in here. If you came in every day of the week, it will look completely different, which is fun. And like some stores I've been in, like some needlepoint stores I've been in, they don't have like the foot traffic coming through or like the online presence too. So I could go into the same store for a month and it looked the exact same. And like, that's not how I want my business to be. You know, I want it to be fun for people to come in and see something different every time. And yeah, that's just us like finding new designers and, just asking what people are looking for. Like now people are looking for stockings for like Christmas stockings. And so like, that's what we're looking for at market. Yeah. Cause you got to start working on it now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
How long does a project normally take? I mean, I guess it
just varies. I was telling Cole, like, I think I did this one in like about a month. But like, I'm someone that will like do the dress in one sitting. I'll do like part of the background. I'll come back and then I'll work on 6 other projects. And you have like 2 very specific like needle pointers. You have someone that will work on one project at a time and they will not touch another project till they finish it. Or you have like the ADHD person who is working on like 14 projects, and that's me. And I'm always working on so many. Cause I would just like to like pick it up and like work on a little bit here, a little bit there. Like I'll usually do like backgrounds on airplanes. So like when I'm flying, like sitting there for 3 hours is boring and monotonous. So I'll do a background because like I'm trapped and like the backgrounds aren't as fun to do as like the queen, you know?
It must have been nice. Jackson and I talk about this when we do bounce around the idea of, you know, opening a storefront to have an existing community, you know, that you could rely on and isn't necessarily expecting everything to be perfect, you know, right off the bat. And you still have that community you can learn off of and build off of versus just kind of guessing and hoping that people are going to resonate with a certain thing. So that's good to hear and kind of how you're leveraging that community aspect you already had into building out a retail store and connecting that to your.
Right. And like I had done a few pop-ups at the warehouse too on Sundays just to see if there was like an interest of people coming. And like when there's people coming and asking when they can come shop, like you kind of know like when it's like a push and pull. I always say like I would love to open a coffee shop, even though I had zero things about coffee and I don't drink coffee, but coffee and needlepoint are like hand in hand. So maybe.
Got the girls that like
We don't know anything.
coffee.
We don't know anything about opening a coffee shop or a needlepoint. So we're your guys.
Yeah, I could help you
We just
run
learn as we go. Yeah.
Do y'all have a dog?
No.
That's
Neither of y'all have a dog?
probably the most common question we get asked.
Yeah, like
Or
is that
is
your
this-
dog when we do all these pop-up
this our
events,
dog?
or is that your
I feel
dog?
like you'll have to get a mascot.
Probably should.
Yeah, if anyone, Jackson's responsibility to get a dog. I live in a little studio apartment. I don't know if a dog's gonna resonate well with that. But when we lived together, we were fostering my sister's dog for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she's the inspiration behind this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I met Cole and Jackson at our warehouse. They're in the same like shared warehouse space that we're in, and our warehouses were directly across from each other. So you'd basically just be staring at each other all day.
Yeah. Summer used to come
And
say
Summer would come say hi, and so that's how we have met.
Summer
and
truly
become-
brought us together, I think.
Yeah, she did.
She did. It was a connection. Dogs are good about that.
They are good about
They
that.
are.
If more people had dogs, there'd probably be less wars and things.
Yeah.
Everyone would just
probably.
love each other.
Yeah. You mentioned hiring a couple full-time employees. I know you've had employees in the past, but
Yeah.
how has that been? Because we don't have any employees. We've had a couple part-time, like for pop-up events
Yeah.
and stuff, like you mentioned. But what's that like?
So one of them just started this week or last week. So she's only been full-time for 1 week. And then the other one, Lindsay, she is starting in May when she graduates. But we all kind of have different roles too. And we talked about, we're like going to get dinner soon to like talk about what everyone's role is. Cause I'm spread too many, like I'm doing payroll, I'm doing the designing, I'm doing the ordering, I'm doing the buying, I'm doing the store, the management, the employees, like all of it, the finances, like all of it between 2 businesses. So I was like, okay, I need like someone to take this off my plate and someone to take this off my plate. Like, what do you want to do and you're skilled at doing that like you want to show up every day to do? Because like I can't just give someone, like I guess I could just give someone a task, but I'm like, if they hate their job, then what's going to make them show up every day and work, you know? Like they're both just graduated from college or graduating from college. So what makes them want to take this job over like another job doing something else?
And then
know?
you're micromanaging too, which
And I
takes up
can't
more of your
micromanage.
time because you don't have
Yes.
time to.
And I can't micromanage, but I feel like I've worked with these girls long enough that like they know me, I know them, and like strengths and weaknesses, and like I can't micromanage, you know. That's my biggest thing, and I feel like that's why it'd be hard to work with, like, have a business partner, is like I would have to have my hand in everything, and like I still do, but I trust that they know what they're doing, and like if they say they're going to get something done, they're going to get it done.
Yeah, I feel like in Jackson and I's case, we've kind of naturally split into, we definitely share a lot of roles, and there'll be some crossover there, and we have to communicate like, oh, who's going to respond to this Instagram DM or something. So we're both not saying different things. But I think Jackson and I have naturally kind of established certain roles in our aspect, but it can get kind of muddy. So
it gets muddy when neither of us are good at a thing.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to go into your roles when like Cole has a background in sales, so he's really good at sales.
Right.
So like that was like a natural
And you have
shift.
a background in political science.
Right.
yeah, in Russian. So
Russian.
Yeah, super useful. Yeah. But when it's something that neither of you are good at, and you're like, oh, you both dread doing it. And you're like, okay, who's gonna deal with this? You know.
Yeah.
just leave it for
Social
Jackson
media.
at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Usually. Hope Jackson takes care of that.
Yeah.
Well, you just got
Good
engaged.
example of taking. I did. Just get engaged.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. It's her birthday today.
Oh,
So
even
happy
better.
birthday, Shannon.
Happy birthday. When are y'all getting married? What's y'all's plan?
Halloween this year.
Halloween,
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
Is it going to be like costumes and stuff?
No, that was the only date that was available at the
Okay.
venue. So it wasn't
I'm wearing a
You're
costume.
wearing a
Yeah.
costume. I can't wait to see what you're going to wear.
Yeah. So Halloween wedding.
That's so fun.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Any special people in your life
Yeah, I have a girlfriend.
Okay,
we're
cool.
not engaged yet, but
yet?
yeah, it's getting there. It's yeah, I'm a little younger, so what's your love life?
I have a boyfriend. Things are going really well. We've been together about 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you meet here in
We
Nashville?
met here in Nashville. Yeah.
How'd you meet?
We met on Hinge.
Oh.
Yeah.
The app that's meant to be deleted.
The app that's meant to be deleted. We have both deleted it.
Good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully. I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully I've deleted it.
It's good. What's your big plans for the future then, outside the business?
Well, my entire life revolves around my business, so I don't have any other plans besides my business. It's taking it to the next level. I don't know what that is yet, but
If you have kids, that's the cheapest labor you can usually
Yeah.
find.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people used to have kids back then.
Oh, yeah.
They could work on the farm for free. You don't have to pay them.
yeah, now they just work in the needlepoint store.
Right. It's air
Yeah.
conditioned.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
Kids
it's
nowadays have it so easy.
right, right. Yeah. So yeah, my entire life revolves around my work. Yeah. So taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
We'll see where that leads us. I don't know. I'm interested in more licensing. So like I've got licensing for Coca-Cola, and I have another collab coming out soon. Kind of sort of announced on my jewelry business, but it's been a while, but I'm not ready to announce it on needlepoint yet. But it's a combination of needlepoint and jewelry. So it's like both businesses. Everything's licensed under Mary Kathryn Design. So it'll be like on that. But yeah, it's really fun and really big. And we've been working on it for about 2 years now. So
Okay.
Wow.
yeah, hopefully we get it launched soon. That's my plan.
What is a licensing process like for these huge brands like Coca-Cola?
We should do a license collab.
We
You
should.
can,
Blue Hound
yeah,
Brew.
we have,
Blue Hound
we have
Brew.
a steep fee.
Look pretty
You
good.
do,
up on
yeah,
the
it
wall.
would look pretty good up on the wall. So basically you like apply for the license, they submit everything to like their internal board, they review it. They have different terms, like each licensor has like different terms. So you pay quarterly, different percentages, different like yearly contracts. So everyone's totally different. But if I were to like go about licensing y'all's like logo or whatever, we would do, I'd pay you the quarterly, and basically you just get a percentage of sales, and like you would approve artwork and things like that. So
Okay, so it's a percent of sales.
it's a percentage of sales, yes. And it's technically like a royalty. And with like Coca-Cola, we have like a minimum royalty we have to meet per year. So like we pay that up front, and then we're basically like paying them back for the Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like in a draw kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So like we know that we're going to meet, they know that we're going to meet our royalty because we've already paid it up front. And then that pushes us to like sell the stuff because like we've got to make the money back. Yeah.
And they want to get their brand out there too.
Right. And they want to get their brand out there. But what I like about the licensing process is they're very heavily like and dislike. Everyone's very heavily involved with the end product. So they won't let us just put anything out, which is why it's taken 2 years to get stuff out because everything has to be perfect. And like, yeah, it's just everything has to be perfect. Marketing, like I can't just go on Instagram and post a photo of like stuff. Like all has to be approved through like multiple channels before I can even post anything. Yeah, with a larger company, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just, hey,
For
Cole,
us,
is this
yeah,
good?
like we'll shoot you a text.
Venmo us like $5 or
Yeah.
something when you sell when you sell. We're good for it.
Yeah, so it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly like percentage of sales and stuff. So, new drink coming out. Y'all are at Pilgrimage this year. Like,
They're not doing it this year.
yeah, I saw they're not doing it.
Yeah. We need to review. We did not hear about that at all.
But like, what festivals do y'all have coming up or events?
Yeah.
So last year we did a lot of local farmers markets, things like that during the week. This year we decided to travel further and do larger events to reach more people.
Cool.
Especially as we try to grow our online presence. So we're doing a lot, like we're traveling to Chicago for some stuff. We're going down to Atlanta for some stuff. We wanted to kind of do bigger events where people are, going to these one-time things and we can introduce them to our product and then try to shift them to purchasing online or showing up in store while balancing our local presence as well. So we want to do bigger things further away to try to expand our reach that way versus, while still maintaining during the week our sort of.
Well, and that helps you too, like being in Turnip Truck and 51st, like those are very local spots. So people are.
Everyone can still get the product,
Right.
right? They don't have to rely on finding us at a farmer's market on a
Right.
Thursday
Exactly.
or Friday.
Right.
Our access to our products now easier here in Nashville than it's ever been.
Which allows us to expand.
Which allows us to expand out from there and do bigger events.
Yep. We're headed east to Knoxville. There's big announcement coming probably this week. But yeah, we're going to Knoxville. We're going to Chicago. We've got events in Chattanooga.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do people find you? Can you like drop obviously I'm going to tag you and everything, but.
Yeah. Blue Hound Brew on all socials, Instagram, Facebook,
BlueHoundBrew.com.
TikTok, BlueHoundBrew.com. We ship to all 50 states.
We're on Amazon.
We are.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm constantly beefing with their support chat every single day, but we are on Amazon.
Still figuring out all things Amazon. It's a whole other beast.
Yeah.
You would think the UI for that big of a system would be super user friendly and their support would be terrific, but it's
Are
not in
y'all
either aspect.
drop shipping for people or are you shipping it to
Fulfillment
their.
by Amazon.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So you ship them a bunch of product. They take about 60-70% of your, it seems like, of your money, and then they take it from there.
So you can get it like on Prime and stuff.
Yeah, you can get it on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But please
Okay.
order directly from us.
Okay, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
order direct. I'm like, Amazon is very easy though, but.
That's
I will-
why you have to be there.
Problem.
You have to be where the people are.
Got to meet
But-
where they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have both outlets, and I don't blame people for ordering on Amazon. We order on Amazon all the time. It's
Yeah.
the easiest way to do it.
Mhm.
But you got to be where the people are at, especially in, something like this that is low cost and high demand.
Yeah.
You need to be everywhere you can be.
In an industry as competitive as beverage, you got to be available wherever you can be.
Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you all around town
Thank you
more.
for having us on.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
this was a lot
course.
of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Summer, say bye. Bye. So happy.